record this. So I'm going to scroll down to this lesson, which is called You Be the Judge. And to start, you have these are your files here. This is the document that you need to turn in. Okay, this is the reflection document of You Be the Judge, and this is your scoring sheet that you're going to turn in. Okay, here's the Knox player. The Knox player allows you to, it's an emulator, allows you to see what your app looks like on a Mac or on certain devices, so you're able to download that. If you have an Android, you just need to download the MIT AI 2 companion, and this allows you to quickly test out your apps using the barcode on your device. Okay, let's go back, and that link is right here. Also, how to import an AI file. I went ahead and added a video for you. It's going to show you how to import an AI file, give you instructions, and it gives you visuals how to do that. Okay. And then these are the actual source files. These are the codes that you would import into MIT App Inventor to evaluate and work on it. So let's begin. First thing we want to do is click on the link. I'm going to hit Create App. And when you hit Create App, it links directly to your Gmail account. This is going to pop up. Just ignore that. Just hit Continue. So I'm going to sign out so you can see it one more time. Create. Okay, let's create. It's going to link to your Gmail account. Make sure you link this to a Gmail account, not your school account. And there you are. I'm inside the app. Hit continue. And this is one of my previous apps I've been worked on. So this is what you need to do. You're going to go to My Projects, and you're going to import. First thing you want to do is import the AI project from my computer. I'm going to choose File because I already have it downloaded. I'm going to go to my desktop, and it's in a folder. Right in here. I'm going to import, let's start with the art therapy piece. Open. Now keep this in mind. When you download these files, you cannot double click on them and open them up. It's never going to open that way. You have to import it into the program. Once you import it, look what happens. It automatically comes in. It loads. It'll take a while to load up. There it is. Perfect. There it is. Okay. So, looking at this art therapy, you see the name right here. This is called the designer view. You have the palette, which is all your components. You have your view area, what it looks like. You have your components that are being used. You have your media that's being used, and you have your properties. Okay, and how this works, if I click on one of the green buttons right here, I can change the properties inside here. Okay, so I can always go in here and change the name if I want to call it something. I can change the color to white. I can change it to red. See how it changes to red? Because I'm changing the properties. Very simple. Okay, so now you have this. I want you to explore this app. Let's look at the design right now. Anything in here, the app is not going to work in this area. This is just your design view. You can't just click on it and think it's going to work. It's not going to happen. Okay. So in here, they have a horizontal arrangement. We're going to go over that. They have a slider. They have a label. Here's a label here. It tells you what to do. Here's the slider. See how you click on it, it goes on it. They have the heart. Canvas. This is actually the drawing area. So in order to draw something, you must put a canvas to draw on. And these are like buttons. If I click on that, you have a clear button, you have a next button, music, and then they also have a player and a notification. These are invisible, non-invisible component. what this does, it uses the back end of your device. So when you upload this app to your tablet or computer or your phone, it actually uses the mechanism that's already there. Okay, so now let's go over here. Let's click to the block. Now, I want you to analyze. You could take a look. I'm not asking you to do any coding. I want you to just look at it and see what's happening. Be able to analyze what's happening here. Could anyone tell me what's happening in this particular block here?
It's telling the app to show a specific set of text to the app.
Okay. Okay, so when the screen is initialized, as it starts.
I feel like the whole coding is just like, it's like telling how the app to work.
Okay, that's true. But it's also it's like when the screen starts.
Yeah, it's just coding in general.
So when this screen starts, if I go back to designer mode, you see as this screen 1 starts, when you turn on the app, it's gonna do this. That's the first thing it's gonna do. Okay, it's gonna call the notification to show alerts from these areas. Okay. Then I want you to take a look. Okay, what are these right here? See?
Like actions?
Actions. These are events. These are triggers. It triggers an event. And so these are called buttons. So if I click on a button here, see that? I could then drag this code out. And then I want the canvas to clear. So you just click on canvas. Let's find the canvas right here. And find the word clear. Bam, that code is done. So if I go back here, see clear? See that button right there that says clear? Everybody sees that? All it is when I click that clear button, which is right here, I want to clear the canvas. Now notice that I have two X. You see this X right here? And when you start putting your codes together, you're going to realize you can't have two of the same codes. It's going to think that something is wrong. So when I click that, I'm going to drag it to the trash can. Now everything looks perfect. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead. Now I have the code. Now this is your job for today. Let's go here. Let's go back to my designer. Now I want to test out this code. Now I'm going to go to my Nox player, which I already have installed. Install my Nox because I'm on a Mac. I'm going to put it right here, okay? Now keep in mind, this is important. The Nox player takes up some memory. See how it's running? Okay? Because you're actually running a virtual machine on you're running another machine on your device. Okay, so I had to add more memory so that it runs a little smoother. And I'll show you how to upgrade your memory on the Nox player. There. Okay, see how it's starting to Android? I'm gonna have to I'll actually share the video and show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Alright, so basically in here, I'm just gonna show you real quick. So when you download Nox, it's going to ask you to install the MIT. So you can actually search it right in this little space and type in MIT AI2. There it is. But I already have it installed on my thing, so there's no need to get it. Okay, so it's already installed here. Okay, so let me go ahead and pause for a second. I'm gonna make sure I share my whole screen. Okay, can you see my whole screen now, guys? Do you see the Nox player?
Yes. Yeah, I can see.
Okay, great. So here's the Nox player here. So notice that once you download this on your computer, you can search in the Google Play Store and download the MIT Ad Companion to here. Mine is already downloaded. Another thing I want you to download is File Explorer. This allows you to store and organize all your files in a nice organized way. If not, your file's going to be put all over your device and you don't know where it's located. So you can always put it in the download folder of your device. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. Now, so these two we have. Now, I already have some apps installed on here. So I'm going to just click on this so you can see. These are the APK file. I want you to write down that word, APK file. That's important. If I click on the APK file, the actual app stays on my device. So I can come here and click on red, and I can draw on this particular app. And we will create something like this later. Okay, I can change, I can restart, I can start. Notice that it has a countdown, and I have this a certain amount of time to finish the app. I can change colors. Okay, I can reset to 20. I can change the levels. Okay. Now, my recommendation when you start saving stuff on your device, it takes up memory. So my recommendation is to have it there. If you need it, you want to show friends, great. But then you can always delete it if you don't need it. Now, right in the corner in the gear in the top, I'm going to click on the gear. And in the gear, you can change your settings. You can say, you know what, I want this to look like an iPhone. Or I want a tablet look. Notice that I made my resolution 720 by 1280. The reason I did that is so that I have more processing power, because it takes up a lot of memory if I go high def. So I just want to be able to see it and get it rolling. Notice that I allocated CPU 4, and I gave my RAM. I went and customized my RAMs, and I didn't give it the generic one. So I made mine a little higher because I want it to run a little smoother. Okay. So when I want to test it out, I want to test out my app and keep it moving. I scroll down. These you don't have to mess with. But I think the most important would be your customs, your phone. Okay. And once you're done, you just go down and hit Save Changes. Save Changes. And you're good to go. Okay. So now let's take a look at this app. We want to test out this app. So I'm going to go here. 2 ways you can do this. Connect. You can use the emulator. Let's do that first. See how that goes. It's retreat. Okay. AI Companion. Let's do it that way. We come over here, double click on the AI Companion. We type the code in GCW LVM. Hit return. And then connect with code. Another way we can do this, let's try to get that way first. Companion. Okay, there it is. It caught. Okay, good. It's moving a little faster. Good. Gotta have a little patience with this thing. It's sending the asset, the purple PNG to Companion. Companion had disconnected. Interesting. Okay, so let's try this other way. The APK file, I'm going to download this actual source file. And once you download the APK file, that's what happens. It's compiling it. 2 ways you can do it. Let it do its thing. Compiling part 2. Also keep in mind this file has a lot of media files. If you look in the media section here, has a lot of information in here. So it's going to take a little bit, but once we get it in, we can test it out. Okay, just hang tight. Getting to 50%. Okay, there it is, 100%. Perfect. Now, where would this file go? Remember, this file is an APK file. So I'm going to go into my desktop.
Just File Explorer.
Go to my download. No, remember, I'm on a Mac. So I'm going to go to my download. And this file is called, we're looking for the APK file. APK. There it is. APK Art Therapy. I like to drag, I'm going to drag this to my desktop so I know it's where it's at. And then I'm going to come into here. I'm going to press this little button here that says upload. Okay. And I just dragged it to my desktop. So all I got to do is go to my desktop. And there it is. And I'm going to import that. And hopefully I have enough memory. There it is. You see how it popped up on the screen? So now all I have to do is double click on it. Now, somehow this particular piece, I'm going to click on purple. Okay, allows you to draw inside. So it's like an app that allows you to change the size. Let's see. Yep, you can change the size. Okay, pretty good. So you can change the sizes and add the colors in here. See that, guys? And that's using the 1 second. Okay. And that's using the emulator. Alrighty. So that's one way you can test out your app. And the other way you can also test it out by using the emulator. I just want you to experiment and then see if this app makes sense as far as being a judge, as far as judging what it can do. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording.